All right, guess the line, Sal. What's our record for the year?
All right, so
what do we got?
I won last week, so it's
Congrats.
You're up 6-4-1 through 11 weeks.
So you're like a plus 107 underdog? Could JJ bet you?
JJ's all over it.
And then Raheem, who's also on the show, who's been doing well lately and just can't resist telling everybody about how well he's doing. He's in the dugout being like, hey, we're throwing a no-hitter through 5 innings. No hits by the other team.
I love it. We just brag.
What a bunch of characters.
And then Joe House, that pregame show is an hour and a half. And he holds the microphone for an hour.
Right.
It's a heavy ass, but it's not, this is not, you're not holding like a calendar here. It's a pretty hefty microphone. He has to get right in
said
there.
Raheem is a confidence player. Yeah, House did $1 million picks with me after the Washington game on Thursday night.
Yeah.
And he's like, I might have a few drinks. I'm like, great. People love Drunk House. He was actually pretty subdued. And as we're doing it, I'm like, this actually might be Drunk House because he's not loud and like fun Drunk House. He actually seems like he's had a few. So then today he's like, yeah, the Browns. I was probably a little drunk on Thursday night. I probably should have suggested that one because he gave me the Browns.
You're blaming him, but you're betting $1 million on these picks. They really should come from you. I don't know why you're so trusting.
I know. Thursday night, Steelers. Speaking of the Browns, Steelers in Cleveland. It's really rough for the Browns. Maybe we should have seen it coming when they traded one of their pass rushers right before the trade deadline. And then they traded Amari Cooper, their best receiver, and that should have been a red flag. Steelers at Cleveland on a Thursday night, and to me, this has to be Steelers by 3.5.
Really? You're still going to get it. I said 6.5. It's 4. It's 4.5. Why is that even that low? 8-2 against 2-8.
I just think the Thursday night, you got to dock it for the road team coming off an emotional, physical. I mean, that Baltimore-Pittsburgh game, we didn't talk about how physical.
I guess so.
How much shit talking there was in that game. That game was awesome.
Right.
These games were awesome today. Pittsburgh-Baltimore. The Buffalo game was great. This Chargers game was great. And this Steelers-Browns game will not be great.
Yep. Yeah.
Sunday marquee game. I think it's Packers-Niners. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's in Green Bay.
Interesting ones, but that's it. Yep.
I had a lot of trouble with this one because the Niners seem like they're getting a lot of respect based on past performance, potential of what the performance is. And I really think this line should be at least Packers by 1.5. So I'm going to do that. Packers by 1.5.
Well, you said at least. You want to go a little higher? You can go a little higher if you want. Motherfucker. I said 2. It's 1.5.
You think that flips? Is that Niners minus 1.5? George Kittle's back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they love flipping the
Bosa's
1.5.
healthy.
They love the 1.5 is so dangerous. Right? And now we're going to add 6 and make a nice teaser, and it's not going to make any sense.
Did you see there was a thing going around today about, and I don't know if it accounts for today's games or not. Somebody sent this to me. Active NFL coach records in 1-score games. And the worst coach is Eberflus at 5-17 in 1-score games. Zach Taylor's 21 and 32. Peterson's 32 and 43, and Kyle Shanahan's 29 and 33 in 1-score games. Kind of feels that way, right?
Yeah, Shanahan feels that way because I think we examined this stat a year ago with Shanahan. You're telling me Zach Taylor's won 21 1-score games?
Yeah, where were they?
No. College? What is it? Like junior college? No.
Tomlin's 107 and 68 in 1-score games.
He's the man.
Adds up.
Yep.
LaFleur was 33 and 21. And then your guy McCarthy's 73 and 65. But he had Rodgers before Rodgers was washed.
That's not fair.
But yeah, the Eberflus thing jumped out to me, and then Shanahan 29 and 33 with all the talent they've had. Thought that was notable.
Yeah, you think when you go for an extension, they show you that tweet or wherever you saw? It's not good.
You know what else isn't good, Sal? I only have 2 watchable games after the marquee game. And one of them is the Lions, just because I think Lions Colts will be fun, because I really enjoy watching Richardson. You just don't know what's going to happen with Richardson.
Right.
Every pass is exciting. He might sail it over somebody's head. He might bounce it. It might be like one of the best 20-yard in passes you've seen. Just don't know. I have the Lions favored by 6.5 in Indianapolis.
All right. Finally, I get this. I had 7, and it's 7.5. They're just crushing teams, though. They have to put it north of 7. This can't go lower.
Feels like a tease, right?
Yeah, they're not ready to lose yet, Detroit. There'll be a time. That's not yet.
Campbell's definitely got the Drago's trainer face going during these games. He just wants to like pour it on. Yeah, no. Seahawks Cardinals in Seattle. And I was going to go 1.5, and I'm going to say Seahawks -2 after today.
You get it. It's 1.5. I said 4. Why are
Cardinals have had a really good month.
I know. They're getting a little too much credit here. Little too much.
2 fairly watchables. Vikings at Chicago is the first one. Something is not watchable about the Vikings, and I can't put my finger on it. But I'm never like, oh, cool, the Vikings are on offense. And they have guys I like watching. Something's missing.
Yeah, we don't like when you have a big play guy, a top 3 fantasy guy, Justin Jefferson, and
who never seems to get the ball.
Struggling to score. Like, I think they averaged 30 over their first 4 games. In the last 2 or 3, they've averaged like 15 or something. So
I'm going to say Vikings by 3 in Chicago.
You're going to get this. I said 4.5. It's 3.5.
I think that ends at 3.
Did they play yet? No, they play week 15. Think that goes down?
Yeah, I think that gets to 3. Dolphins home for the Pats is the other one. And I swear the Pats aren't bad.
You swear? You wouldn't lie to me?
I swear they're not bad. And you can't tell me you weren't fucking sweating out that Rams game.
No, I was. Yeah. I'm glad they kicked.
Pats lose to Seattle 23-20 in a game that they coached scared and they had Brissett instead of May. They lose week 5 to Miami when they should have started May. I think they would have won that. They lost that one 15-10. They lost that stupid Tennessee game in week 9 by 3, and they lost this Rams game today. It's a 3-8 team that they really could be 6-7. A couple plays. They're not bad.
Whatever you say. I don't know how the 3-8 gets to 6-7. Like, they really could have played 2 more games in 11 weeks.
I wasn't asked to do math.
Well, the question is, do they have how many blowouts do they have? Like, I look at the Cowboys,
None.
I'm like, oh, we have at least 3 or 4. You have none. You have no blowout. Like, receiving end of a blowout, I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, we got blown out a couple times. Yeah, Houston got us.
Coming up, like, are you going to have 2 or 3 or, you have what, 7 games, right?
Miami, Indy, Arizona, Buffalo, Chargers, Buffalo
6 games
again.
left. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have that Pats over under 4.5, and they have 3 wins.
Oh, you're fighting that out end of December for sure.
But think about it. At Miami, home Indy, at Arizona, at Buffalo, Chargers, Buffalo. Like, probably only 1 win left with this coaching staff.
You got to hit this exact. I got this exactly.
You did? I'm going to say Miami by 6.5.
Oh, you should have said 7. Very close, though.
I would advise people not to tease that. I just don't. That seems like a classic Miami looking ahead game. Who does Miami play the week after this? They play.
Well, that's Thanksgiving week, right?
Yeah, they're at Green Bay on Thursday that next week. So this is a classic. Hey, it's the Pats. We'll get by this. We got Green Bay on Thursday, and then all of a sudden we're up 10-0.
You played tough with them last time, right? Wasn't it like 15-10? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think we can play with that team.
Now, the reason these games are so shitty is because 6 teams are off, right?
Yeah.
We forgot to mention that. Buffalo,
some
Cincinnati.
Huge fantasy implications. Yeah, there's some like teams with fantasy guys. So the poop fecta is loaded. We might need the clogger to unclog it. Really some doozies. There's 5. Bucks Giants at in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks -4.
Yeah, you get it. I said 5. It's 3.5. Stupid. That's dumb. Except that we're going to bet Tampa to win the division, so they're definitely going to lose.
Yeah,
to the
so
Giants.
we kind of need to do that because I need to be interested in Week 12. So maybe that's the first way to do it.
Let's do it.
Bet the Bucks. Washington is home for the Cowboys.
Watch out.
God only knows how bad you're going to look tomorrow.
Watch out.
I have Washington by 8.
Oh, man, you're edging me out here. I had 7.5. It's 9.5.
That's too high. Washington hasn't looked good in a month.
Well, Cowboys haven't looked good 6 years in a month. So
fair.
Should be interesting.
Oh, you don't think the schedule can get worse? Can I offer you Chiefs, Panthers, and Carolina?
Yeah. You could offer me a 3-team teaser.
Well, that's why I'm jacking this up because they're going to have, this will be in the tease range. I'm going to say Chiefs by 11.5 in Carolina.
I can't get one of these. I had 12. It's 10.5. They can't lose that. Put that on any teaser from now, whenever, however long you think you're going to be betting, 15, 20 more years, 40. Just try to get them on whatever FanDuel will allow.
I had another 4-teamer, 13-pointer, by the way.
Oh, I saw that. Wait.
Chargers plus 11, Chiefs, Lions, and then the Eagles on Thursday night.
Oh, you must have won. Oh, you sent me something else with the
I think that was it.
The UFC. No,
I hit
UFC,
that too. Yeah, I hit the UFC one
Look
too.
at you
yeah.
hitting everything.
Bo Nickel
Goodness.
with John Jones, who could not have been more amazing in that fight.
Too many
and then the
weapons.
Lions and the Packers was basically even odds. John Jones figured out how to do a liver punch as a spinning back kick.
Right, yeah.
Like I've never seen a UFC move that looked like it hurt more than that move.
Yeah,
like,
you don't usually
if they
see,
did that to us, what would happen to us?
I'd still be in the ring, but I think they would carry me to my grave. So I don't think I would still be in the ring. Yeah, no,
that
his
break
foot
like
went
5
right
ribs, right?
It looked like it really, like he was going to have trouble getting his foot out of that sternum, right?
I thought he was so good. Stipe was terrible. Stipe looked like he was kind of washed.
Yeah,
but John Jones was like, he played all the hits. Like he did the ground and pound in the first round. He's just like, he has this ways of just like, it's like 20 elbows and 19 of them land. He was so good.
Someone gave Stipe a round, which was insane.
Jesus.
It's one of the judges there.
2 more terrible games. Texans, Titans. This is in Houston. And I thought about getting this to 9 because I know they're going to think everyone's going to tease it, but the Texans just haven't been good enough. So I'm going to say Texans 8.5.
I hate when you're explaining it, and I know you have me dead to rights, but I still have to listen to the whole thing.
And keep a poker face.
Yeah, it is. I had 9, and it is 8.5. This is disgraceful.
That's a slightly dangerous game for Houston because Tennessee's defense isn't bad.
Short week for Houston.
Short week for Houston.
Battle. That's going to be a battle against the Cowboys. Very physical.
You know, this one might not be a poop-fecta game with the way Bo Nix is playing, but Broncos in Vegas playing the Raiders and Bobby Bacala, Antonio Pierce.
Yeah.
I was saying to you in Lombardi that Bobby Bacala was Uncle Junior's driver for 2 years, and then like somehow a couple people died and he became a captain.
Right.
And it was like, how is this guy captain? He was like getting Uncle June and Baba Ghoul.
Yeah.
What do they call that? What's that saying with that? Gabadol. What do they call Baba Ghoul?
That was Karen's last lasagna, Junior.
I'd never heard of Gabadool before.
You're not saying it right. It's okay.
Gabadool?
Gabadool. It's like your daughter's first words. Now
That's
I don't even know what it is.
That was not in the Connecticut, Massachusetts area. But yeah, it's like Antonio Pierce. They just cut to him on the sidelines, and he just has this look like, wonder if I'm going to be able to do TV next year. I wonder if there's going to be a college job. Broncos, I'm going to say -4 in Vegas.
All right. You get it either way. But I said 3. it was 3.5. It went to 4.5. What kind of injury could there be on Vegas for them to move this line? I know their running backs both got hurt, but it was like Amir Abdul or whatever. But why did this move within an hour?
Well, did you see any of the Vegas game?
Oh, I know they're terrible. Yeah.
But Minshew had a play where in the fourth quarter he rolled out and he threw a pass, and I think it was Jalen Ramsey. He fell down, so he was on the ground. And the guy was open, and Minshew somehow threw it to Jalen Ramsey, who caught it when he was lying on the ground for an interception. I had never seen that before.
That's good.
Yeah. Tough times for Minshew.
Jesus. I love I just want so badly to bet that team, but they got to be a stay away for the rest of the year.
Sunday night, Eagles-Rams in LA. Not a bad game.
Yeah,
I have a crowd prediction for this. There's a lot of Philly fans that live here.
Oh, yeah.
You put a lot of Philly fans together, and if the game becomes frustrating or disappointing in the first or second quarter, the vibe/energy in that arena or stadium completely changes and gets super weird. And I feel like that's going to happen in this game. You put 50,000 Eagle fans who are furious because Sirianni went for it on 4th and 3 and Jalen Hurts got sacked, and just you can hear the grumbling all around the stadium. I'll never forget the Super Bowl Eagles-Pats. Like, it was the weirdest energy I've ever felt in a game. It's just the Eagles fans were so mad. They was like in the second quarter, they're furious.
But those are Eagles fans. These are going to be LA Eagles fans, right?
You think they're going to be more mellow because we have good weather?
No, probably not.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
That'll be bad. But this means more to the Rams for sure.
I do not have the Rams favorite, Sal. I have Eagles -1.5.
Yeah, I said 2, and it's 3. Eagles are a full field goal.
Wow, they're rarely seen 3.
I think they're counting on what you're talking about. A lot of Eagles fans showing up.
There's a lot of Bengals fans. We're getting a lot of Eagles fans. Did I clinch yet, or is this still up in the air?
Why, you want to quit?
No.
Yeah, it's like 9-3.
Pull my starters.
Yeah, pull them all. 9-3, you're up.
Last game, Monday night, we get to watch the Chargers again. Oh, Mike. Ravens at Chargers. Ravens in LA. I wonder if Mallory Rubin will be in the house. I bet she will. She doesn't leave her own house, but she might be in this house. I'm going to say Baltimore by 1.5.
Are they checking on an injury? Because it's not on fan. I pulled it up before, and now it's not on. You look there, but what'd you say? We both said 1.5 anyway. It's 3. It's the last I saw. But is Herbert hurt or somebody? Herbert might be.
Maybe he got hurt when they ran that play when he just got that option play when he just got annihilated, and Collinsworth's like, please don't ever run that play again.
Oh, his right arm is tight. He could throw left-handed if he wants. Yeah, we watch him step.
Still handsome either way, Mike.
Of course. All right, you won. 7-4-1 after 12.